Hello and welcome back to this free training series all about keyword research. In this video we're going to look at how do I find long tail keywords for my niche brand or business. Now this is part 2. If you haven't caught part 1 already, you'll be able to find a link to that in the description, where we talk about a lot of the keywords, metrics that you need to know and understand in order to be able to rank in Google, ideally obviously on page 1. This free training series is part of our system called Rocket. This is our step-by-step process that we go through in order to make sure we're producing the best content possible in order to rank on page 1 of Google. This training actually focuses on keywords which fall under the R in Rocket for research. So this is the very first thing you want to be doing when you are producing content. You want to be researching those keywords and making sure you can rank on page 1. We do have a full course, and this is a complete free training series. You can go through the whole thing, learn for free. But if you want our full course, which gives you more advanced information, shows you everything that we're doing, then you'll be able to find a link to the description below. But if you're just starting out with keyword research, you want to learn, you want to find some tools that you could use to help you find keywords, then stick around because this is the training for you. And at the end of this particular video, I'm going to give you a free resource that you can use in order to help you out finding keywords that you want to rank for, organizing what you are doing. So stick around to the end to get access to that free resource. So as we said before, we talked about lots of key metrics in the last video, but this here, I just want to show this slide again because this is the key point. You've got a difficulty rating that will give you an idea of how easy or hard it is to rank for a particular keyword or long tail keyword phrase, made up of search volume and competition. And as I said, if that makes no sense to you at the moment, then you need to go back and check out the first video in this series. These are not the only metrics you need to know. There's more of them, and as I said in the previous video, you can find out about those in our full training series, and you can register with the link in the description for that training series. It's paid, but there's an early bird offer if you register now. So we're going to focus on tools, and there are free tools that you can use for keyword research, and there are paid tools that you can use for keyword research. What normally happens with the free tools is you'll get restricted access or limited features. So for example, quite often they'll limit the number of searches you can do per day. So you might only get 3 or 4 searches a day that you can do on that particular tool. Other tools, for their free option, you might be able to get quite a few searches, but you're limited to the metrics that they allow you to see. So you might only see keyword, search volume, and competition, but they'll leave out the other metrics that you're going to need. So a paid tool will give you full access, give you more in-depth features, give you more metrics that you can use to analyze and find out which is the best keyword for you to go for. They'll include things like what's the paid versus organic options when it comes to a keyword, your cost per click, for example. They'll look at competitor analysis. So they'll have a look at your competitor and see for a particular keyword how well that competitor's doing, so you can decide whether you can actually outcompete your competitor or not. They'll include other metrics which are important in ranking, and we'll talk about those metrics in future videos as part of this free training series and as part of our paid course as well. But things like backlinks and other key metrics, these paid tools will give you that information, so you can get a full picture of what you need to do in order to get your content to rank, or give it the best chance in order to be able to rank. And as I said, at the end of this training, I do have a free resource, so stick around to the end of the video and you'll be able to get hold of that. Full disclosure, we use a paid tool. I'm sure that's not any surprise or shock to you that we use paid tools in order to help us rank our sites and client sites as well. But as this training is mainly for beginners, people that are just getting into the idea of keyword research, I'm not going to talk about those paid tools and those additional metrics today. We're going to keep it nice and simple. If you're just at the beginning, you're probably on a budget, and so you won't be wanting to pay lots of money each month for a paid tool. So free tools, what they're going to allow you to do is learn the process of finding keywords. If you've got a new blog or you're new to keyword research and SEO, then they're going to give you enough information in order to be able to get started. You can go back to content you've already published, optimize it, or it will inform your future content. If you want to go back to our previous video, learn about keyword research and the metrics you want to be paying attention to, then you can do that. Link is in the description. I'm going to show you some free tools now. Links to all of those tools will also be in the description below. And the best thing that I advise you to do is try a few of these tools out. Use their free options and find out which one you like best, because they're not all the same. They're all designed slightly differently, and you'll find that some of the tools you won't like the dashboard, others you will, and some are designed for different things as well, and I'll get into that in a second. But whichever ones you want to try out, you can click the links in the description, test out their free accounts, and then make a decision. So a word of warning before I show you the tools, and that is that not all tools for keyword research are created equal. And what I mean by that is that some software aren't that great, so you want to make sure you're looking at good popular tools. But also some tools are better at certain niches than others. So for example, some of the keyword tools out there are just for Google. Others are for Amazon, so if you want to get products to rank on Amazon, some tools are good at that. Other keyword research tools are good at helping you rank on Etsy. Some are good for e-com, so for example, they're good at giving you things like keywords you can rank for on Google Shopping. So when you're doing your research to find out the best keyword research tool for you, then bear in mind what kind of keywords are you looking for. Now, we go into further training in our course on this, how to find the best keywords to rank for based on whether you are selling something, whether you're a brand, whether you're producing a blog. But as I said, for now, this video is focusing just on these free tools that you can get your hands on. So the first one that you can get your hands on is the Google Keyword Planner. This is completely free, and all you've got to do is go and set up a Google Ads account. Now, you don't have to run an ad at all, but you do need a Google Ads account. And once you're in there, you can use the ads account in order to research keywords. You'll get search volume, you'll get competition, you'll get a huge amount of data, and you can use that in order to be able to find keywords that you'll rank for in Google. Google's a great place to start because it is the most popular search engine. And as I said, it's completely free. All you've got to do is set up a Google Ads account. If you've got a Gmail account already, you can do that. There's no need to spend any money at all. It's completely free. If in the future you decide to run ads, that's brilliant, but to start off with, you don't have to. You can research the keywords that you want to use, get the data, and then go away, create your content looking to rank in Google and get that organic traffic. The next tool that you can use is Ubersuggest. Now, Ubersuggest is a great tool. Again, it's going to give you a huge amount of information. It's going to give you great, easy to interpret difficulty ratings. So it will give you your search volume, but it also allows you to compare paid and organic traffic in terms of difficulty ratings. So you can see here on the screen that I've searched for spray tan in New York. You can search by language, you can sort it by country. It will give you a rating on how easy keywords are to rank for. It gives you lots and lots of keywords. So this is one of those tools where you'll get a good list of keywords possibilities, and you'll be able to see where the opportunities are. But you only get 3 free searches a day. They do have a Chrome extension. It won't give you as much information, but it will give you up to 50 searches a day. So you could use the Chrome extension, narrow down to a few ideas, and then come over to their website and put 3 searches in a day. They do have a paid option for Ubersuggest if you wanted to explore it, but this is a great option, as I said, for free. The next tool is you can use Keyword Surfer. Again, this is a Chrome extension, and I personally really like this tool. I use a mixture of these free tools, Ubersuggest and Keyword Surfer, just always on my search. So I wouldn't use them if I was researching for a blog article I want to write or a particular client, but I like to have these tools on all the time, because what it does is I'm constantly getting search volume and I'm getting competition. So if just by searching on the internet, I see an opportunity, I can make a note of it. So having an extension like this, a Chrome extension on all the time, is really useful. As I said, Keyword Surfer is just really clear, really easy to interpret, and you get lots of good keyword suggestions as well when you're searching in Google. So again, that's another really nice one to use. And if you run out of searches on Ubersuggest, then you can come over to Keyword Surfer, or you can do something like me. I have Keyword Surfer on all the time, giving you that data on search volume. Another tool that you can use is called Keyword Dominator, and just a reminder, all the links to these are in the description. And the reason I really like this one is you can see they've got a Google keyword tool, but actually you can also get keyword tools for different niches or different softwares or websites, I should say. So they've got an Amazon specific tool, they've got a YouTube specific tool, they've got an Etsy specific tool. So it's not just looking at Google, but looking at these other big sites, which are essentially just great big search engines. I mean, Amazon is just a big search engine for things you can buy. YouTube is just a big search engine for video you can watch. Etsy, again, big search engine for things that you can buy. So the reason I like this tool is that you get quite a few search results. So when you search something, you get 8 to 10 search results each time. So you get a good amount of data, just like you do on Ubersuggest and some of the others. Again, you get search volume, competition, and a really nice, easy to interpret difficulty rating, but you can really go down and drill down onto a particular platform. The other thing I like about this one is they have a lifetime purchase, so you're not paying monthly for a subscription to these like you are with some of the other tools. You just pay once off. I think it's around about $50 per tool, and obviously there's bundles you can get as well, but then you never have to pay again. Next option is Answer the Public, and Answer the Public is a great option when you're looking to answer questions. So what you can do, you can see the website here on the slide. You put in a keyword, so again we could do spray tan in New York, hit search, and then what it will do is it will find questions that people are actually asking, questions that people are actually searching in Google, and then it will give you those questions, so you'll be able within your content to answer those questions. So you might put it onto a frequently asked questions page, an FAQ page on your website, or when you're writing a blog post or an article, you might answer a few of these questions in your article. So even if once I've done my keyword research and I've written my blog post, I always like to come over to this particular tool and make sure that I put in a couple of the answers to the questions. Now you can find some of these questions in Google as well. If you just go into Google, you search, you can find the people asked section, and you can see what people are asking. But this is just a really nice tool because it gives you loads and loads of options, many more than you get just by searching in Google on its own. So whatever tool you decide to use, I also recommend coming over to Answer the Public. Again, they do have a pro version if you want to use the pro version, but I don't think you need to. You can get everything you need just off the free version. Here's a few other options that you can look up. You can search any of these softwares in, and as I said before, just go on them, have a go at their free trials. They will be limited, but then they've got a paid option if you decide to go down these routes. Just make sure you know whether it's a monthly fee or a one-off, so you can work out the costs and see what the best option is for you. If you just want to go away and find one, the best thing to put into Google is keyword research tool, or free keyword research tool. Just skip the ads at the top, just make sure you scroll past the ads, and then you'll get a list, and you can just open those up, use the different tools. I would suggest go for just one focus keyword, so emergency plumber in Salem, Oregon, spray tan in New York City, mechanic in Clapham, London, whatever it is, and just keep the same focus keyword. Go into the different softwares, see what you get. You're not always going to get the same search volume. Just to be clear, they're never going to come up with exactly the same number, but the numbers should be in a similar area. And then, yeah, just try them out and see which one you prefer, which one works best for you. And then you might just stick with the free tools, or you might want to pay, upgrade, and test out the paid versions. What you can do with these tools is pay for a short amount of time, So maybe a month or two, do a huge amount of research in a short amount of time, and then cancel your subscription. And once you've done that, then you might not need to use it again for 6 months. You'll have all the ideas you need, and then you can come back to it. Or as I said, you can go for tools that have a lifetime option. So you just pay one amount and then you can use it for years to come. Just to give you an idea, if you want to outsource this, because a lot of people might not necessarily have the time that you need to put into keyword research, and you need to spend hours doing keyword research. It's not something that you want to do in just minutes. You want to come up with lots and lots of potential keywords that you could be writing about, including in your content, lots of questions that you could answer. So if you want to do all this yourself, so you're the kind of person that's got more time than money, then follow this training video, watch part 1 as well, and you'll be well on your way in order to be able to do effective keyword research as a beginner. But if you wanted to outsource this, so you wanted to contact a company, then you will be able to outsource. You should be spending around about 100 to 150 US dollars, and what they will do is they will produce a report for you. Now, what you should expect, so if you came to me, for example, you said, could you do keyword research for me? Then yeah, I would charge you between $100 and $150, and that would purely depend on your niche and how much research it would require. You should expect to get around about 3,000 to 5,000 keywords produced for you from the various tools that these companies or somebody like myself would be producing for you. And again, that will depend on your niche, and that should be around about 3 to 5 topics. So if it was a plumber, it might be over HVACs, then it might be over emergency services, and then it might be over something like services or boilers, something like that. If you are in a local niche, then you won't get up to 3,000 to 5,000 words. So if you're very, very small in a small area, there just won't be that many keywords. But if you are sort of a medium-sized business in a large-ish niche, then that will give you an idea. But whoever you talk to, they should be able to give you an indication of how many keywords they will be able to come up with. These keywords will have a variety of search volume, competition and difficulty, and remember, they're going to give you the ones that you can rank for, but also the ones that you can't rank for. And that's really important, because you know, okay, I might use those keywords that I can't rank for because they make sense in a particular piece of writing that I'm doing, whether it's an article or a blog post, but I know I don't want to focus on them in terms of trying to rank a particular page on my website or a particular blog post. So they're the metrics you should get. Again, if you're paying for a service, they will be able to give you additional metrics as well. So what's your opportunity in terms of paid? What's your opportunity in terms of organic traffic? All those other kind of metrics. What are your competitors doing? Those kind of additional metrics will be in that kind of report. And you might think, well, I'm going to pay sort of, maybe $30, $40 a month in order to do all this research myself, or I could just take 3 months worth of that and get a professional to do it for me. That would be obviously if you've got more money than time. So as I said, what they'll do then in the report is they'll give you some opportunities or recommendations, recommended actions you could take. So they'll highlight for you the keywords that you need to produce, and then they'll give you some indication of what you should be doing with them, and whether it's writing a blog post, whether it's putting them on the on your homepage, whatever it is, wherever the opportunity is with that particular word, they will give you some indication of what you need to do next. So as I said, I was going to finish off this video by giving you a free resource. If you go down into the description, obviously, as I said, you'll find links to all those tools. You'll find a link to our paid course, but what you'll also find is a link where you can access a free spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet is set out with some headings, and these are the things that you need to be writing down when it comes to keyword research. And what that means is you could just cut and paste or type across into this document the results of your own keyword research, and that's going to help you organize your research, and it's going to help you put it somewhere that's nice and clear, so you haven't got to go make this spreadsheet from scratch. All you've got to do is click the link in the description, you'll get access to it, save it, and then you will be able to fill it out, and you'll be able to have a record of where the keyword opportunities are for you, for your particular brand or business or niche. And then you can always have that as a reference to come back to every time you want to produce more content. Then you'll have a place where all that information is stored. So all there is for me to say now is thank you for listening to this 2-part series on keywords. Hope you find it useful and valuable. If you did, then give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, go down into the comments, leave a question. We will get back to you. If we get the same question a lot, we can answer it by producing another video. And as I said, subscribe to the channel because we do have our played plan of Rocket, but we are going to be producing more educational videos like this that go through the steps of Rocket and give you these overviews of what's in the different steps and what kind of things you need to be doing in each step in order to maximize your chances of ranking. So if you subscribe to the channel, then you will be able to access that information. So all it needs me to say now is thank you for watching these 2 videos, and you should be able to see a video now that's popped up on the screen. If you click that, you'll be able to see how you can use AI or AI content generators in order to help you produce the content. So once you've got the keywords sorted, these tools are actually going to help you produce the content very, very quickly, saving you a huge amount of time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.